Excuse me, no licking plates, please.
This is one that's going to make the whole family happy.
For me, so many memories are from my parents' dinner table.
Nostalgia on a plate.
Now that my family is growing, we're creating our own memories. I wanted to bring together some of my best recipes and do an entire show based on family food. Whether you're just in the door, planning a family get-together, or just need to get everyone fed. This series is all about making easy meals that work for your family, so you can create your own memories around the dinner table. Family night in for me is that kind of relaxed night during the week. You know, it's not about getting dinner to the table really quickly. It's not about the big pressure of a Sunday roast. It's more about crave-worthy, indulgent food that you know people want to just dig into. The true sign of success when it comes to a big family night in is when silence descends around the table. And that means that you've kind of hit the nail on the head. Coming up, I have 4 great recipes for any family night in.
This is comfort food on a plate.
We're kicking off with a feast of Mexican tacos that everyone will just dive into. Then it's the most requested dessert in my house, chocolate biscuit cake. Next, it's an all-in-one job, my Italian one-pan chicken. And because it's a family night in, I'm gonna whip up a family-friendly, damn good shepherd's pie. It's not to be missed. When we were living in LA, one of my highlight moments during the week was Taco Tuesday.
What do you think?
My favorite's still that one.
Spicy pork?
Yeah.
Despite it blowing your head off?
Yeah.
And while we stood in line, there was this lady who always spotted Noah because he's that shock of blonde hair, and she would make a tiny little cheese-filled tortilla for Noah, and he would munch on that as we waited for the tacos. And at times I miss Taco Tuesday in LA terribly, but I am very confident that you can make seriously good tacos at home. You just have to nail a few key components. I think people get a little bit nervous when it comes to tacos, but they can be made at home with great results. Now, to start off, a sirloin steak is the business. You want a really thick cut one so that you're going to be able to thinly slice little slivers of this into each and every taco. For our steak, we need to create a marinade, and that starts off in a pestle and mortar with some garlic. Just take off the ends, give them a quick bash. This is a really great meat marinade, even if you're not making tacos, and it's particularly good if you're barbecuing meat. A little bit of coriander, and I'm just going to give that a nice fine chop to help myself in this pestle and mortar. Generous pinch of some sea salt. And then our spices. 2 spices, cumin and some chili powder. Cumin for that sort of earthiness, and then chili powder for a bit of spice. Just about a half a teaspoon here. This stuff is hot. And with the cumin, you can be a bit more generous, 2 teaspoons. And now, it's time to get in there and give it a good bash up. We're gonna loosen this out with a touch of oil. The last bit of fragrance we need in here is some lime zest. It just brightens up this sort of very dark steak meat marinade. Plenty of lime zest in there. Give it a last little slosh together. And now this is ready to marinate our steak. Get the steak into this pan and get in there with all that beautiful spice. Give it a massage. Be gentle. This is your moment to introduce all that flavor into the meat. Even just 15 minutes bathing in this beautiful spice mix is going to give you great taste to your tacos. Off to marinade, degunge the hands. Now, for any guacamole, you need ripe avocados. Just don't even bother unless you have avocados that are creamy and buttery inside. And then it's just a case of popping this into a food processor. It's the easiest way to make it. So it's one really hot green chili going in here. Squeeze of lime goes in. Sometimes I don't think you get the full effects of the taste of the avocado unless you have that sea salt just to highlight it and bring it alive. And lastly, do not skimp on a generous bunch of coriander here. There's serious aromatics, serious flavor. Get that straight in there. And now it's time to get this on and blitzed up. Oh, and add just the smallest touch of water. Look at that. Completely different to the guac I ever make, and it's much more what I think of as a taco shop guac that goes splodged on top of your tacos to add serious bite and flavor. Meat has had a moment to sit in all those beautiful spices and aromatics, and it should have taken on a decent amount of flavor. So heat on. Take your time to get this to the point at which when meat hits it, it's smoking hot, and that's where you're gonna get great flavor across your steak. That is the sizzle we are after. While this is cooking away, let's get on with a really quick salsa. This is a salsa that comes in very handy, and you don't have to finish your tacos with this, but I really think it adds a nice bit of freshness, and spritzed with a bit of lime juice, it's spectacular. And by the smells of things, as I'm making this salsa, I'm gonna check on the steak. We're looking for nice thick char lines, and we've got them. Look at that, really gorgeous. And now we're good. Don't press it down further than that. Give that a generous little squirt of extra virgin olive oil. In with salt and pepper. And now just a fine dice on this red onion. Last in, don't forget the lime juice. Give it a quick stir up and we've got salsa to go. And if you want, and if you have it, a little bit of coriander goes a long way. We have guacamole, we have a beautiful little tomato salsa, and we have a steak that's nearly cooked. So I want to rest my steak. Now with a steak this size, it's really important that you rest it. So turn off that heat and leave this to rest for almost the same amount of time as it was cooking. Straight onto that hot griddle with our corn tortillas. You're just looking to kind of excite them again, tease them with the heat to bring them alive. Right, that's it. And now it's time to slice up that steak. Look at that. This is gonna feed about 4 people. It's a lot of steak, and you just want a nice thin slice. Wow, look at that. Now, once you've got to this point, you have beautiful looking steak, you've all the elements. It's time to build one of these beautiful tacos. And if you were doing this for a family feast, you just bring it all to the table and you let everyone tuck in themselves. And then last but not least, a good splodge of that taco shop guac. And that's why it's one of the most popular street foods. It is street food done at home with simplicity, fragrance, all that great flavor. It's perfect for a family night in.